But he's also the male pattern, right? Isn't there the theory
Oh, yeah.
that like women?
Ta-da! Today I came for the breakfast at 10 because then I have a meeting with my postdoc supervisor. But I always like to have breakfast with everybody here, and I didn't come in a long time.
Also the male pattern, right? Isn't there the theory
Oh, yeah.
that like women are more affected by?
But among other things, there will be a choice of selection, so it's possible for you to find what you appreciate the most, and you'll receive exact instructions about how to do it and what to do, and also the deadline for when to complete your order. So I think that's it. Any other messages? No? I wish you a nice weekend.
Nice weekend.
Then I thought maybe I could go from Germany by train, but then it was too dense. So I had to teach yesterday in Sonderborn, and then I couldn't manage. So I have to fly.
There are people
Nice.
that are deep into those.
Unhealthy Nutella, but yeah.
Actually, actively research.
It's also a nice view here, actually. When it's sunny, we stay there sometime. Any plans for the weekend?
Well, this weekend,
Yes,
working. I have to write one paper.
me too, actually. Staying home and arrived in my office. When I was doing my PhD, this was my office, and now I moved here. This one I received it as gift from the Secret Santa. It's cozy. The library. This was also the gift from the Secret Santa. And the view is also very nice here. They are working on the tram there. Hope it will be ready soon because the entire town is under construction. Yep. Nice. My colleague Andreas is at the conference, as far as I heard. And what is nice about this table is that you can lift it. Oh, where is it? Oh, there.
I have some Ethiopian coffee that I picked up in Atlanta at the EHA. So this is from actually a roastery in Greenville, South Carolina. It's called Methodical Coffee.
When was this? Last year or this year?
This fall in September.
I didn't go to that conference.
Yeah, so whenever I travel, I try to pick up a bag of coffee
That's nice.
wherever I go.
It's a shame I don't drink coffee actually. At all. But I like the smell of the coffee. The smell of coffee.
Yeah, so I think ever since I came here, I find the coffee machine in the office is
Ah, you don't like it?
it's not very good. So
You have Starbucks though.
people associate coffee, whether it's Starbucks coffee or whatnot, it has a pretty standard taste. It's very it's typically roasted quite a lot, so coffee tends to have this sort of burnt flavor. But
Okay.
when you roast beans much lighter, you get a lot of this unique flavors depending on where the beans are coming from. So I find that much nicer than whatever.
Yeah, it
Starbucks
sounds like
produces.
it. The cookies were also very good.
This is a Hario V60, so it's a pour over method. Yeah, so the first bit was known as the bloom stage. So you just put a bit of water in at the beginning and let the grind absorb some of that water. I find it difficult to make coffee in Odense because the water
Why?
is very hard.
Actually, that's
'cause
true.
It's coming
Yeah.
from I think underground water, so it contains a lot of minerals, and so
I heard that the water is hard here on Fyn and on Sjælland. On Jutland it's better.
yeah. So it when you have all that impurity in the water, it interferes with the extraction process, and so you typically get more under extracted, very sour coffee.
Yeah, you should put a filter at home when you
so I
make
have
the
that,
coffee.
but then my filter stops working after like 10 days because there's so much impurities in it. So it's harder to make in the office because I'm not controlling everything in the process. Like the water has to be the exact temperature, but this thermometer doesn't really work well.
It doesn't?
It really only works if it's heated on a stove. I also don't know exactly how well this water is filtered, so that can affect things. And probably most of all, my grinder it's okay for traveling. It's nice and small, but it's a bit inconsistent in the grind. So you get, I don't know if you can see the grind here, coffee grounds. You have some pretty coarse grind here in the middle, but you also have a lot of this fine grind around the edge. So the finer the grind, you get more bitter taste. The coarser the grind, you get sour taste. So if you have this variation, it kind of produces it's hard to get something that's a nice coffee where you're avoiding something that's too bitter and avoiding something that's too sour. This was okay, I guess.
Why am I always late for the bus? The bus is always empty at this hour.